the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on a second team from the AFC, the New York Jets. Wow, are you kidding me? Here's something we haven't seen. They're going to start this Super Bowl with an onside kick. And the Jets have got it.
Onside kick is recovered by the Jets.
So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And he will find Davis. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll look to throw. How about this for the blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. From the gun, it's Tua. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off. At the 47. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Rick Zerline set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. On the screen, this is Edmonds. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Gaskin. A tackle by Quincy Williams.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They'll run now with Gaskin. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Bridgewater sacked.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. And the pressure gets to him again. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The drive starts with a handoff to P-Ryan. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's P-Ryan. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
12 more yards.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. He's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Lining up for the point after.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And again this time to the tailback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier. DJ Reed on the tackle.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Offense.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And it's third down. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. He's at the 30, the 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second.
Greg Zerline set to kick off.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half. As this The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they run with Edmonds. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Or Michael Pirine. 30 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's got room. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
That's another
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
That was throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 7 yards, the pickup there. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
brings up 2nd and 3.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. They'll roll him out, and he's into the clear. 20,
You thought
10,
you had it, didn't you?
5,
You thought you had it.
all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
And the lead is up to 5.
Kick is good.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Offense.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Now Pirine. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up third.
Again, here's Pirine. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll go to Pirine, try to pound it in. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Pirine, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The 17-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with P-Ryan. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
For a Jets. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think we're that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there, and a first.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Now they try the right side here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another run with Gaskin. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Down and 9.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. And Wilson has it. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Kill. Check that. Switch.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Gaskin, 54 yards. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Well, at this stage in the 4th, I thought they might work it down the field a little differently, but they go with the run, hole opens up, and he's gone.
Were we mind melding there? Because you're thinking differently, meaning throwing the ball, right? And I'm with you. With that time on the clock, I thought the ball would be in the air on just about every play. And they came back and got them with a surprise, because I think the defense was planning for that as well. That took some fortitude as a play caller. Give him high marks for making it happen.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
At the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he He's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the fourth quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock, too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play call.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down and goal.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. He's back to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
35. Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out to his left. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And the New York Jets have won